before I get started with 90 to 2 hours full of content, this is not like a fluff. We're not trying to upsell you anything. There is no upsell. This is prepaid by your tax dollars. There's never a cost for Pasadena City College Small Business Development Center. However, at the end, if you want to sign up, you can do so, and there's no cost for that. If you want to have a one-on-one session with me or other consultants, there's no cost for that either. So it's wonderful. There's nothing to sell. I can give you all this great information. So how we're going to do it to be effective and efficient with our time is I am going to go about one slide at a time, and then I'm going to pause and I'm going to take your wonderful questions, and then I'm going to go back, do a slide, and then take questions. So because this is going to be new and innovative and exciting for many of you, I'm not going to wait till the end to take questions. I am going to take questions after each slide. The only thing I ask of you is that you let me complete my slide, complete my sentence, complete my thoughts so that I don't lose track. And then we will take your questions. So when I say, okay, I'm ready for questions, I will stop sharing the screen. I will open up the Q&A and we'll take questions. But do not put questions in before that time. Otherwise, I won't see them. Okay. And don't put questions in the chat because we might lose them with 47 people. All right. So I will pause the sharing when it's time for your questions, and I'll take as many questions as we possibly can because this is really customized for you. Okay. So our learning objectives today are very simple. Number one, we want to learn to customize our ChatGPT. And aren't you interested into why I am teaching ChatGPT and I'm not teaching Gemini and I'm not teaching Claude at this particular Mastering Generative AI session? Because I have found that ChatGPT is the easiest of all the generative AI when it comes to customization. So because I'm able to customize it, it makes it easier to use. So it's going, my whole intention for you is success with ease and grace. You increase your revenue as fast and furious as possible. So anytime we can customize, that means you're going to get better results because we're not using AI for any duplicitous reason. We're using it to grow our small business. So in order for our small business to grow, we need to be very focused on serving our target market, our avatar, our niche, and really solving the pain and problem they have. So in order to do that, we want to spend a little bit of time customizing our ChatGPT. And I really want you to get in your mind that ChatGPT, don't think of it as a computer or a robot. Think of it as your personal assistant. But think of it as your personal assistant that's the best assistant you've ever had, and that is so willing to do anything you want it to do. And in fact, this personal assistant is so amazing, it can do things it didn't even tell you that it can do. So your job is just to be curious and to ask this personal assistant, well, can you do this? And then 5 seconds later, after it did that, you can say, but can you do it like this? Can you do it like this? Can you do it like this? And you could constantly ask for things without being worried. I'm always worried, I don't know about you, that my personal assistant's going to quit on me, that I'm going to overwhelm her and she's going to be like, sorry, Deborah, you're too all over the place. I can't handle it. I'm quitting, right? Your ChatGPT is not going to quit on you. In fact, it's going to say, absolutely, certainly. How can I help you? What else do you want me to do? And you don't have to give it time to breathe. You don't have to give it a break. You don't have to give it sick pay. You don't have to give it vacation. You don't have to give it emotional intelligence. You don't have to be politically correct. You can just be like, boom, 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 boom. And if you're demanding maniacal boss like me, you're going to love it because you can just keep adding on more tasks. And just when you think that your assistant, the ChatGPT, I call mine Charlie or Chaz, couldn't do something, then you just out of curiosity say, could you do this? And then it does it. Okay, so we're going to talk about that. It's very exciting. It's a very exciting time to be a small business owner. But first, what we're going to do is I'm going to teach you customization techniques for your ChatGPT so it could really understand your specific business, understand your specific industry, understand your specific ideal target market, understand your specific geographic location. If you have, if you're a brick and mortar, Colorado Boulevard, where are you? Are you in the Paseo? Are you off Green Street Lake? What's going on there, right? We're also going to talk about privacy. There is big concerns of ChatGPT and privacy, and many corporations don't even allow their staff to use them as of now. That could change. Uh, and I want you to understand and know how you can protect yourself somewhat. And I say somewhat because we don't really know how much protection we actually have, right? So I'm going to teach you a privacy tool. I see somebody with their hand up. Is there something wrong? Maybe Annie can see what's going on. Okay, somebody had their hand up. Okay, so you can still hear me, right, Annie?
Yes, I can. And I think she put her hand down.
Okay. Maybe she was just waving in the air like that.
Okay,
Okay,
perhaps.
so when it comes to privacy, I am going to share with you how to protect your data from being how to protect OpenAI, ChatGPT from using the data you put in to training the model. So it's not to say that it's not out on the OpenAI server, but at least they can't train with your data, and it's defaulted to be able to train on your data. So unless you turn that feature off, your privacy is not really protected. So I'm going to teach you how to do that. And I recommend you do that. Okay. I'm also going to teach you. Oh my God, this saved me so much. I can't even tell you. So I'm going to teach you a formula that I have trained my Charlie, my ChatGPT, to create content, this 4-step formula from all of the millions of classes I've taken from Google, from LinkedIn, from YouTube on how to market using organic strategy. What is organic strategy? It's the avocado seed you plant in your backyard and you have avocados for free. You don't have to pay for them $2 at the store. Organic is natural. You get natural reach by doing organic marketing, but you need to create content that is valuable to your target market. Write this down if you're taking notes. You want to create content that is valuable to your target market. So I'm going to teach you how to come up with that. Okay, so we're going to do that. And it's awesome. I actually created a formula where I just type in like 2 letters and then it knows what I mean. And you can do the same thing with yours. So cool. You're going to love this. All right. I'm also going to give you a tool. I didn't create it, but I found out about it. And I'm going to share it with you that has over 4,990 prompts specifically for small business owners. La, la. Okay. So, say you wanted to write a blog, say you wanted to optimize your LinkedIn. People used to hire people for like $1,000 to optimize your LinkedIn. Now there's a prompt for free that you can get to do this kind of thing. So, this is what we're covering, 4 simple topics that we're covering, but it's going to be tremendous value for you if you use it. Okay. And if you need assistance in using it, I'll let you know at the end how to get assistance from the SBDC. Okay. Sounds good. Okay. I'm going to stop for a second. So I'm practicing speaking, 1 slide, and then stopping. Any burning questions in the Q&A before I get started? So I'm just giving you time to practice putting your question in the Q&A if you want to. So I'm going to speak, then I'm going to stop, Q&A, boom. So we'll go 1 slide, boom, 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 boom. Okay, cool. All right. You guys ready to go? You're like, let's just go. Okay. Okay, cool. Okay, we're ready. Sounds good? Thumbs up. Okay, cool. All right, let's go. All right. So, one of the major things that we need to realize is that ChatGPT can be customized not just to your unique brand, not just to your unique voice. And when I say your unique voice, say you've written a blog or you've written an article and you published it on LinkedIn, then if you have the professional version, the 4.0 or above, paid version basically of ChatGPT, it will go on the internet and it will find the articles or anything that you've written, your blogs that are out there, and it will know your voice. If you're using the free version, which is okay, I highly recommend you upgrade. But if you are using the free version 3.5, you can just give them a sample of your writing. And it's really easy. Just, say you wrote a LinkedIn post, you can just copy that post into ChatGPT and say, this is my voice. Save this to your memory, write everything in the Neria voice, right, Neria? Like that. And then tone could be corporate, could be casual, could be professional. I have to give you some, most of you may be thinking, well, if it's for my business, wouldn't it always be professional or wouldn't it always be corporate? ChatGPT, when you say corporate or professional, tends to write a little bit, it just doesn't sound natural. So I actually write in a conversational tone because I find that to be more relatable to my target market, but you're going to need to test it and find out. But let's go into ChatGPT because instead of talking about the slide, let me show you because I know a lot of you and you're very much kinesthetic learners and you need to see it and understand it by having it actually in action. All right. So I am here. Wait, let me make sure you're seeing my screen. So I am here at my ChatGPT, and you may see that I already have not 4,990. I actually have 5,027 prompts installed. And I will show you how you're going to be able to install them momentarily, right? But first, I want to teach you about customization of your ChatGPT. So the first thing that I would do if I were you to customize your ChatGPT is you click on in the right-hand corner, if you're following along, you don't have to. If you have a second computer, you can follow along, but you can click on the little circle that is your profile. And when you see the circle that is your profile, you'll see customize ChatGPT. Ooh la la, right? So here you can have custom instructions. And I put style, I put tone, and you can put other instructions that you want, how you want it to respond, etc. Okay. But I'm going to give you an even better way to customize. That's a little bit generic. I'm going to give you more specific instructions. But before we even go to that, let's get to the privacy right away. I don't even want to wait till we get to the privacy slide. Let's just do it while we're here. So when you are clicked on the little icon in the right-hand corner, this could all change. Right now, this is the interface as of September 2024. In October, it could be in a different place. So don't get attached to anything on technology because technology is innovative. And because it's innovative, it will change. All right. But when we go to settings, I want you to see something very important. This is about your privacy. Okay. So when you go over here and you see data controls, there is kind of like a tricky wording. So see where it says improve the model for everyone? That sounds like you're doing good for the world, but actually that is giving ChatGPT, OpenAI, permission to train the large language learning model on your data. So we want to have that set to off. It's automatically set to on. So if I were you, I would just turn it off. See, turn it on, off, like that. Okay. If you need help with that, you could, I can help you at another time, right? And you can also look here, export your data. So if there's a whole bunch of data that you put in, you can export it and have it. Okay. So that is very, very important. Okay. So when it comes to customization, what you can do that's going to really help ChatGPT, whatever you want to call it, I call mine Charlie, to understand your small business and to understand your brand is you want to ask it questions, or you want to let it know what your industry is, who you are, who you serve, and to tell the chat GPT to ask you questions so it could better serve you. And let me have this make sense to you. So if you were to hire a new staff person, and you're going to give them an orientation, right? You're not just going to throw them in, or maybe you are. You're not just going to throw them in the position and say, good luck. You know, some of us may have an employee manual. Some of us may have a SOPs, a statement, you know, of operations, of processes, of, you know, what to do. Others of us may have videos. Others of us just do an orientation. We say, this is how we do this and this is how we do that, right? But if you don't explain to your new employee how things are done at your company, it's just gonna guess. And sometimes it's gonna guess right, and other times it's gonna guess wrong. So when we think of customization, think of it as training or orienting your chat GPT to really understand your business, your brand, your industry, the pain points of your target market, the ecosystem that you're in, you know, the limitations, your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats, like really understanding your business. And unlike people, no offense to people, I love people, I still have people. I don't think AI is going to overtake people, it's just going to supplement. However, unlike people who sometimes, I know me, I can forget things. The ChatGPT remembers. Once you tell them, it says memory stored, it's stored. So then you never have to repeat yourself again. Oh, wonderful, right? So it just knows it. And it's like, okay, I got it. All right. So let me show you an example. All right. And we can use an example of an actual business. So who wants to volunteer? We will use your business as an example. You can put in the chat. Okay, Sean. Okay, so Sean, in the chat, put your business, give me your industry and your target market, and we'll just focus on your business just for the sake of the example, because it will be more fun that way. So if you can just put it in the chat, okay? So one of the things that we want to make sure is when we are training, think of it as orientation training, okay? We're doing orientation training. So we are giving orientation is you want to make sure you tell the chat GPT their role and your role. So you could say, you know, you are a digital marketing agency for small business owners in, and I'm going to check to see the industry because Sean has put it into the chat. Let's see if I can see. He says he does consulting for business, messaging, creating sales content. This is so good for you, Sean. Oh my God. This is so good for you as a sales. Okay. I'm creating sales content and sales processes. Okay. You're a digital marketing agency for my small business providing sales consultation. And Sean, why don't you just tell me in the Q&A, it'll be easier for me to find, who is your target market, right? So you're telling the chat that obviously, like if you hired somebody, you would say your role is human resources. Your role is community outreach. So the job title. So every time you walk into a chat GPT box, you're telling them who they are because they don't know what role they're playing in your company. Because basically, your chat GPT is every role that you need: editor, graphic designer, copywriter. That's why it's wonderful because now we have a team. We never had a team. For $20 a month, we have a team that we've always wanted as small business owners without having to break our bank, right? We have it. Okay. So, okay, I'm just going to go back to Sean. Okay. Okay, sales training. Okay, he does sales training And who do you do sales training for? If not, I'll just, okay. So additional for small, providing sales consultation and training for what industry? It makes a big difference, Sean, if you could tell me what your industry is. Oh, and he said sales processes too. I don't see his industry, so I'm going to make it up. Okay. So you're a digital marketing agency for my small business providing sales consultation and training for small business owners. I'm just going to say. And then I'm going to say, what question? This is for customization. We're going to do this once, and then our wonderful assistant with its excellent memory is going to hold this information, and we're never going to have to do this again. Okay. So, what questions do you have to ask me in order to customize all of my social media content, articles, blogs, newsletters, and all collateral material? Okay. So, I'm just asking them, what do you need? Okay. So, this, and by the way, if you were to meet with a consultant at the Pasadena Small Business Development, probably the first thing that we would do with you, if you go to, a generalist, they're going to ask you, you know, about for your business plan. If you don't have a business plan, they're going to give you a tool to help you create your business plan. So it's basically it's getting a synopsis of your business model so it can understand you better. So it's saying, what is your business mission, vision, core values? What products do you offer? How do you differentiate yourself? And by the way, if you do not know the answers to these questions, I would take some time to work with ChatGPT because they can help you. You could say, well, I think my unique selling proposition is this. Can you give me 10 other variations to help me come up with the right one? And they will. Okay. So I know this is a lot of information. Some of you are like, oh my God, this is an entire business plan. If you noticed, I only put my tone and my voice. However, if you really want to customize your ChatGPT, taking the time to answer these questions, even if you answered them not fully and completely, but just basic answers, you would get so much better content. And this is where your competition is going wrong. They're just throwing questions, they're just going to ChatGPT and they're saying, can you create a social media post? Let me tell you, garbage in, garbage out. If I do not take the time to customize my ChatGPT, the kind of post that they're going to give me is so generic and so average, it's not going to stop the scroll. People are not going to see it. It's not going to convert to a lead, and I'm not going to get a sale. So, what's the point of using AI? What's the point of using AI if we're not going to convert to sales? So, we want to take the time, okay? And then once you get this information, where can you put it? You can go back here to customize ChatGPT and you can put it in here, right here, and see where it says high tips, show tips. All right. So you can put that information in here so that your ChatGPT understands, right? Look what it's saying. Which social media platforms are you currently active on? Which ones are important to you? Are there specific platforms that your audience engages in most? Because that's where you want to be. So see this? So this is one of the ways to customize your ChatGPT. And let's just answer it. So if I say, my target audience is small businesses who are in the insurance industry, right? Okay, so maybe farmers, agents, state farm agents, can you help me create a 30-day? No, can you help me create a digital marketing strategy to reach my target audience? So I only answered one of the questions. If I answered all of them, do you see this little sweetness right here? Memory updated. Okay. Oh no, now it's saying Deborah's target audience is for the, I have to change that. Otherwise it's going to be confused. When I do mine, oh no, I have to remove that. See where it says manage memories? I'm going to have to clear that because see this? Ah, but it has all memory of everything that I've ever asked it to do. And I ask it to do a lot of things for my clients so I can go back in here and delete it. Like that was for somebody, forget this. See, you can clean that up. I didn't even know we could do that. So you could clean up your memory. Don't you wish you can clean up your own memory? Okay. So now it says, here's a tailored digital marketing strategy for Sean designed to reach small businesses in the insurance industry. And it says, identify the segment target audience, type of insurance, business size, key decision makers, agency owners, managers, or marketing directors. What is this giving you right here? For those of you that have ever taken my LinkedIn class, I teach you how to use tools like Service Marketplace, like Groups, like Sales Navigator. Now you can target agency owners, managers, and marketing directors because you know that they are the decision makers. Have you ever been frustrated because you've gone to a networking mixer or a chamber and you're networking and you're spending your time and energy, but it's not converting to sales? Maybe it's because you're not in front of the decision makers. So your assistant, Charlie, whatever you want to call her or him, now you can find out who the decision makers are, right? And then you can target them. It's also helping with the unique value proposition. I love you, ChatGPT. So, I called it the unique selling proposition, but the updated version is unique value proposition. So it's giving you suggestions. You offer Sean consultation and training and proven strategies, Sean, right? And so it says what you need to do is blogs and articles, video tutorials and webinars, client success stories, and infographics and guides. Okay. And by the way, ChatGPT can help you with blogs and articles. You could create video tutorials and webinars on Zoom. I'm also going to give you a social media tool that's going to that's going to help you to create content fast and easy and video content. Because right now we live in an age where attention spans have shrunk from 45 minutes to 30 minutes to 20 minutes to 90 seconds to 30 seconds, right? So you'll be able to make short videos. Okay. So then it says leverage LinkedIn B2B engagement. Oh, this is a great idea. Connect with key decision makers, publish thought leadership content, case studies, run LinkedIn ads. So it's focusing you on LinkedIn because that's where your target market is for these insurance people. And then it's talking about SEO strategy for insurance related. Is this great or what? Email marketing, segmentation, lead nurturing, drip campaigns. It gave you a whole entire digital marketing strategy with your hashtags. But wait, we're not satisfied. What I love about ChatGPT is I'm never satisfied. And isn't there a song about that? Never satisfied. So I always want more. So guess what? With AI, you can ask for more and get more in seconds. For those of you who are impatient, if you're never satisfied and you're impatient, you're going to love AI. Because, okay, now I think this is great, right? Like Sean's like, okay, this is great. This is a lot of work. So I need help making this 30-day content. How am I going to make content for the next month? Just give me a 30-day content calendar and put it in a table. So easy to read. By the way, you don't have to spell correctly because they correct your spelling. If you have issues with spelling, it'll correct it. Issues with grammar, it knows what you mean. That's why I'm saying it's the best assistant you ever had. It's the graduate school assistant or that you've always wanted, right? So now it's analyzing it. I'm surprised it's taking that long. Usually it's faster. but maybe I need to close a few things. I don't know if it's ChatGPT or if it's, I always like to blame Zoom. I think it might be Zoom. Okay, Sean.
Also, I wanted to just mention there are a couple people in the chat who said they can't see the screen too well. I can't seem to send a chat message to everyone, but I wanted to let everyone know if you hover on the bottom right corner of your screen, if you click and then hover, like maybe give it a few seconds, there's an option for you to actually zoom in on your end.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
because
just made mine bigger
yeah,
too.
you made yours bigger, but I wanted to get others to know too that there is an
Oh,
option to enlarge it on your side as well. So you can bring that into focus for yourself, however large you need it.
yes, trust me. I'm
I
I'm the
know.
kind of person that can't see
Yeah,
it.
because it's defaulted to 74%, but yeah, you can make it like 125 or like
Okay.
bigger.
Sean, did you have a question? You can put it in the Q&A because we're focused on Sean's example. You can put it in the Q&A. So I asked them for a 30-day content calendar. They said, I've created a 30-day content calendar for small business targeting insurance agencies. You can now view it in an easy to read table format. I asked them for an easy to read format. You can export it to make any adjustments to fit your marketing strategy. Let me know if you need any further customization. So they said day one, blog post, website, topic, top digital marketing for insurance agencies. And by the way, then you could take this and have them write the blog for you. Um, and then the call to action is read more. Social media posts, LinkedIn, quote on client retention insurance. Call to action is like and share. Email newsletter, tips to boost lead generation with insurance. Subscribe for more tips. So they basically did a general 30-day content calendar. Okay. All right. So I didn't see, did you see Sean's question, Annie?
I don't know if oh, no.
Okay.
Oh, I do see some messages in the chat from Sean, but I don't know if it's an actual question.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when it comes to customization, you can, the more information that you give your chat GPT to understand your business, the clearer it's going to be able to give you data, right? And say some of you have a small business, but you may have different avatars. You have different target markets. You have one, like I have different target markets. You have one target market that's A group and another one that's B group. You can let them know, hey, I have this target market, they're millennials, this target market, they're Z generation, and I want you to make sure when you're creating content that this is for millennials and this is for Z generation. So you are in control of what you receive out, but you need to be very specific in customizing. And by the way, in the beginning, you only have to customize this once and then you're done, right? And you can train it to have like short code. So what I did, which I was kind of excited about, is I often am asking for social media posts, right? So what I did was I told my chat GPT that you are a master digital marketing person for small business owners, organic social media who do organic social media. And the reason I said organic, because I don't want them to give me information thinking that I'm going to boost it with an ad or I'm going to pay for an ad. I want them to know that the content they're creating for me, I'm expecting it to be so valuable and so potentially viral and so insightful and so in alignment with my avatar's core values that it's going to naturally catch on and people are going to share it and like it and comment and it's going to get the engagement I need to convert to sales, right? So what I did was is I created a formula for the optimal social media post. And I said, excuse me, can you create a social media post template So every time I ask you for a social media post on Instagram, hold on, my fan is blowing dust in my face. Facebook or LinkedIn, you give it to me, including. So this is what I was saying about being demanding. I love being demanding. So I said I want a catchy hook that's going to stop the scroll. I want a caption based on the information I provide you. Using, and then I added using keywords for SEO. So I'm not assuming that they know the caption needs to have keywords. Maybe you didn't know that the caption should have keywords, but now more than ever, when I say caption, the paragraph that describes your social media post should have the keywords. So if the keyword for this webinar was Pasadena small business, AI for small business, generative AI, Pasadena webinar. Get it? Those are keywords. Okay. And then I said, have a call to action. And as small business owners, we always want to have a call to action. I've taken so many digital marketing classes. Like I said, I live here in Silicon Beach, right next to Google, right next to YouTube, right next to Facebook, TikTok. Everybody is all here. And I've taken classes at all of them. As a micro influencer, I've been able to. Somebody asked, can you take class? They're not usually open to the public, but sometimes you get invited. So I've been invited to take all these classes, but don't worry, I'm teaching you everything that I learned. They said it's so important. Every post should have a call to action. And in being a small business consultant for 12 years, the biggest challenge I see for small business owners that hate social media, they hate it because it's taking up time and not bringing money. You will love it if it brings you great clients. But in order for your social media organically to bring you great clients, you need to tell the readers what you want them to do by having a call to action. For example, DM me. For example, comment below if you have questions. For example, schedule a session with me. For example, check out the website. For example, be careful with links because you get flagged on LinkedIn and Facebook anytime you put links. So if you're going to use the word link in order not to get shadow banned or blackballed, whatever the word is you spell it L space I space N space K. So the bots can't, and then do not put the link in the caption. You would put it in the first comment. So very important. Okay. All right. Then you have 3 relevant hashtags. And so instead of me having to tell, like if I had an assistant, I wouldn't want to have to tell them every time. I might tell them 2 or 3 times. 4th time, they're fired because I'm hardcore. No, I'm just kidding. So, but now we have our AI assistant, and our AI assistant, it remembers, look, memory updated, it's stored. So now, anytime I say SM post, it knows that that's what I mean. But I will tell them what I want. I'll give them context for it. So I said, this is what I said. Took me 5 seconds. Create an SM post. I didn't even have to write social media for a photography company in Pasadena about an open house this Friday on Colorado Boulevard. And it says, sure, here's your SM post. And then it says, ready to capture moments? Join us this Friday for an open house. We're opening the doors to our Pasadena studio right on Colorado Boulevard. Come by this Friday and tour our space, meet our talented photographers, and see how we turn life's special moments into stunning photos. Whether you need family portraits, event photography, or professional headshots, we've got you covered. And then ChatGPT remembers what I would forget, because I would forget to give the one what, when, where, how, why. But they didn't forget. And they added emojis, mark your calendar, when, blah, blah, blah. Don't miss out. Let us show you the magic behind the lens. How cute. RSVP now and stop by for exclusive open house details. And they put the hashtags. I love it. Don't you love it? So this was the hook. And the hook stops the scroll. This was the caption. This was the call to action. And they also added an irresistible offer, which I didn't even ask them for, but maybe I will, where don't miss out. That creates the FOMO. And then, they gave you the RCP for exclusive deals, right? And And you could say RSVP if it's an Instagram link in bio, or you could say RSVP, don't put the link because then you get flagged. But you could say RSVP info in the graphic and have a graphic with the website. Okay, really important because they don't like you doing that. Pasadena Photographers, Colorado Boulevard open house. Capture the moment. And what you could do if you wanted to is you could copy this and then you could put it into a document. And when you put it into a document, you want to paste without formatting. And then now you can edit it. So, and when you edit it, then what you want to say, you edit it and you add more of your flavor, more of your language. And if I can give you a suggestion, when you're doing social media, be sure to speak as if your ideal customer was in front of you. Be conversational. Don't talk like a commercial. Talk like you're actually speaking to someone that is your customer that you care about, that you want to serve and solve their problem with your product or service. Okay. The more you do that, the more it will seem authentic and the more it will connect and less salesy. It'll be like, oh wow, they're inviting me to a party. Of course I want to come. Not like, oh, they're trying to sell me. Right. So say you wanted to change this. Like you don't want to say capture moments. You want to say ready to create memories or whatever. And then you don't want to say the word magic. Let us show you the inspiration behind the lens, right? So I changed this, right? Now I would go back to ChatGPT. It'd only take me 5 seconds. Here is my revised version. Please, in the future, write it more like this. Do not worry that your ChatGPT is going to be offended. Look, it updated the memory. So it's going to use more of the verbiage I use. I don't like it when it uses magic. It says, got it. I'll follow that style for future posts. Let me know when you need the next one. I'll make sure it's written just like that. Okay. I'm going to stop and take questions. What do you think so far of your new assistant, ChatGPT? It's pretty good. What do you think? 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 She's the bomb, right, Teresa? So cool. Amazing invention. Can I tell you something else that I didn't tell you? That's another hack. And okay, so I'm super busy like you, right? You are literally running every aspect of your company. Like you're CEO, CTO, CMO, you're doing everything. It's hard for me to even sit still to even type that. So you know what I do? Because I'm not sitting still, is I have ChatGPT on my phone. Okay. I'm walking my dog. My dog wants 10,000 steps a day. So I'm always walking. So ChatGPT has a little audio button. So what I do is while I'm walking, be careful, is I'll just say, can you create an SMM post for my upcoming AI workshop called Practical AI on Friday, September 27th at Santa Barbara Score in Paseo Nuevo? Let people know that they can register and attend either online or in person. Create an SM post, please. Thanks. You don't have to say please or thanks, but I do just because it's a habit. So I just did that with audio while I'm walking. And now I'm going to press enter. And now it's going to type up the post. Look, and it says, unlock the power of AI for your business. Join our practical AI workshop this Friday. Curious about how AI can help you scale your business? Whether you're a solopreneur or a small business owner, our practical AI workshop is designed to give you hands-on tools to implement. When is it? Where is it? Attend in person. And then it's saying register now. And then all I do now with my phone, select all, then I copy it and I put it into a doc and boom, I can create the post. I'm not even sitting still in my office. I have to tell you that it has helped me so much with follow-up emails because I teach a lot of classes and I want to give my students information to follow up. Like, this is what we covered. Here are your assignments. Here are your links. And for me to sit down and do all of that would take too much time, but now I just speak it and I have a template. So this is what I wanted to get you all to understand, is that you can create templates for your ChatGPT. And if you were to do this with a person, it would be called, your SOPs, your operations procedures, all the ways that you do things. But you do that with your ChatGPT, and it knows how to write your newsletter. It knows how to write your follow-up emails. It knows how to do your social media. You don't have to tell it every time. And you can give it nicknames, right? And so this is SM post, this is newsletter, this is blog, and they know exactly what format you want it. And then they deliver it every time. Ooh. Okay, let's go to the Q&A for some questions. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's see. Sean saying startups, often smaller with a product or service ready to go. Oh, but who do not figure out the sales message. Okay, now he's saying it. Okay. I didn't see that earlier. Training is for larger sales organizations. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Awesome. So I'm sure you got the idea, Sean, of how to use it. Okay, cool. All right. Okay. So Bernice had a question, but I'm not sure. She says, is that option only for paid version? You can customize the free version. The free version's data is limited. I think they stopped training a couple years ago. You could still, what I would do, just if you're a novice, is try the free version. But you want to think of the free version as more of a high school intern, and the paid version like a master's degree or PhD level expert. So you kind of get what you pay for. I don't think there's, like, if you're spending $20 a month on Starbucks, or there's a way you could cut down $20 a month, because this is going to return on your investment 1,000-fold, 100-fold, 10-fold at least. Okay. It's worth the $20 investment, but definitely start for free. See if you're going to use it. If you're not going to use it, then definitely, don't upgrade. Yes, you can do all this customization with the free version. Just the results that you get back aren't going to be as high end as the paid version. And then the paid version has different levels. They have 4.0 and 4.0 for Omni. So they just keep improving, improving, improving. And also the paid version includes Dolly. And Dolly is a graphic design program. Okay. It says, as you name them, does it automatically create the labels and organize like you have on your left? Yes. And Berenice, you can rename it. So if I want to name it a specific title so that I remember what it is, I can do that. The paid version is $20 a month, and they have discounts for teams. Cool, 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 cool. Well, you have Chat Plus. Is that the latest and greatest? Yes, you have. So let me show you. Hold on. Let me show you my screen. All right. So the paid version, which is Chat GPT for Omni, great for most tasks. This 01, they're so beta testing, is advanced reasoning. And then this one is faster at reasoning. And then they have more models. And this is GPT-4. So you have the paid version if it looks like this. And it comes with Dolly. And I added an integration of Canva so I can have Canva on here. Pretty cool. All right. So basically what I just demoed for you is customization, right? And how the ChatGPT is your AI assistant. It can get to understand your brand. It can get to understand your voice, your tone. What I did was I gave my ChatGPT a writing sample and I told them to write in that style. And then it started using words that I use, like synergy and success with ease and grace and possibility. And I'm like, oh, it's so annoying. I guess I'm annoying. But anyway, now it sounds like me. So voice and tone, industry, avatar, and more. Okay, so we talked about that. I told you how to protect your privacy by turning that button off so it's not training off your information. And you know why I wanted that off? You may be, but it's selfish. I'm supposed to help the world with my data. No, I don't want to. So, for example, I am writing a new book. And so I have given ChatGPT a general overview of my book. I don't want it to like give that information out into the world. And then all of a sudden I go to the bookstore and I see someone else wrote the book with my idea. Right. So that's one of the reasons that I am. And you could say, well, then why are you using ChatGPT if you're scared? Once I turned off that, my information stays in my chatbot. It's not to say that the OpenAI can't use it somehow, but at least they're not going to train with that. And I do have to tell you, I have two best friends that are intellectual property attorneys, and both my intellectual property attorneys hate AI just because it opens up a lot of unknowns for lawsuits. Because basically, when we talk about intellectual property, when you are co-creating with ChatGPT, ChatGPT is not human. So nothing that you create on ChatGPT, like no graphic can be copywritten because a computer can't own a copyright according to the US Library of Congress. However, how I use ChatGPT for helping me with copy for my website, helping me for blogs, helping me with articles, and all the other wonderful things that we can do with ChatGPT. I think I have a list right here of all the things that ChatGPT can do for you: social media, blogging, articles, emails, newsletter, etc. Right? So um, we want to be able to use our own voice. And so what I recommend doing, and I literally, because I'm a speaker and I'm more comfortable speaking than writing, will talk into ChatGPT. I'll speak out my social media. I'll speak out my blog. I'll speak out, my email. And then I'll have it organize it. So I don't use ChatGPT to create ideas for me, because Chat GPT, what it's doing, it's aggregating content on the different search engines. So it's getting it, from the World Wide Web. But if you give Chat GPT information from your brain and have it, like if you give it the recipe, but you have Chat GPT add the sauce and add the spices and add the flavoring so that it's clean, crisp, and organized so that your avatar will understand what it is you do. Um, if you're a small business owner, then like me, then most likely you've become ADD because you're wearing 10 different hats: CEO, COO, CMO, CTO. You're doing everything. Okay. So it makes you lose your attention, right? And so ChatGPT can help harness and focus and like, okay, I thought the email was about this. Let's do that. I just want to show you an example of like an email, which you think, oh, an email, that's easy. I can write an email myself. Well, let me see. I wonder where I have it. I wrote it. Okay. So I'm just going to start over. All right. So I could say, can you write a follow-up email to the Pasadena small business attendees of the AI workshop, providing them with the PowerPoint handout, recording, and supplemental apps like Veed and AIPRM, and how to sign up to register to be a new client, and how to schedule a one-on-one with Deb. So that was kind of slow to me. I just wrote that. Let me show you my screen. Normally I would talk it faster, but look what they did. So I wrote that, like, look at what I wrote. That would be a mess, right? If I sent that, but look what they did. Resources from our AI workshop plus next steps. I could give this to Annie and she could use this as a template. Thank you for attending the AI Small Business Workshop, Pasadena. It was such a pleasure connecting with you, which I would forget all the niceties. I don't know about you, but I would just be real abrupt. So they add niceties. I hope you found it valuable and inspiring. They know I'm an empowering voice. So that's why they said the word inspiring. As promised, I'm sending over the PowerPoint link, handout, link, workshop recording. So this could be so cool for Annie. Additionally, here are 2 great tools. And then if you want to sign up, schedule your one-on-one consultation here, feel free to register, right? So this could be and then I could say, can you save this as a follow-up webinar template for future use? So the key thing that's going to save you energy and be more efficiency is creating systems and automations and templates. So every single time, you don't have to recreate the wheel. One of my first business coaches was telling me, there's no way you as a small business owner can grow and scale without systemization, automation, and delegation. Systemization, automation, and delegation. It spells sad, but it's not sad. It's happy, because you're going to be able to do more with less effort. So instead of every single time having to write a follow-up email, now Annie or Isaac or whoever's doing the follow-up emails, they have this, they've trained their ChatGPT to know this format. And all they do is drop in the links. And instead of an email taking them 10 minutes to write, it'll take 2 minutes to write. Woo! Is that cool or what? And that's just this is just like a follow-up email. Think of other things that you need to do. Right. Okay. Any questions on that before we go on? I want to show you the prompts. What else do I want to show you? Oh, I want to show you the social media app as well. We got 2 more major things to cover. You guys ready? You love sad. I just made that up, Kathy. I just made that up. Systemization. I've got to make it something else so that it isn't so sad. Maybe make it the opposite. Yes. Delegation, automation, systemization.
Also, Deborah, I'm not sure
Yes.
if you already covered this. I know this was kind of like it came up in the chat a few times from a few of our attendees, but some of them have multiple businesses and they're wondering, do they need to have a separate ChatGPT account, to kind of create, like to customize, their ChatGPT assistant? Can they, manage multiple businesses via one account?
Yes. What I would suggest you do is what you could do if you have separate accounts, then you could give ChatGPT customization, general information, just like tone and voice, which is what I did. And then what you can do is you can have separate windows. So you can have one chat where you continue to stack the chat. And so say you have one business, you keep it in this chat and you use this same chat and give all the commands. Then you have another business, you open up another chat. I wouldn't want you to have to pay $20 for every business. But one of the things that ChatGPT does have is if you have teams, upgrade your plan. It's $25 per person per month. So you could have, each team member, you can add the different people in the workspace if you wanted them to have the same interface as you. But I wouldn't do that. I just use the $20 a month and then I have separate chats. Good point. Okay. Next question. Was there another one, Annie? Okay. All right. So, by the way, let's see. Okay. So, I talked about content creation with social media, and we're actually going to use another tool outside of ChatGPT to actually create video content and to edit it. But I wanted to let you know that you can do blogging, articles with ChatGPT. I highly recommend, let me give you this supplemental app. It is called Answer the Public. I was coaching a business consultant today, and this business consultant was saying, I want to write blogs to my target market, but do you know what my target market wants? And he said his target market was ethical millennials. I was like, that's an interesting target market. Ethical millennials. And I said, well, you could go to Answer the Public and you could give them a 2-word cue and they'll tell you what your target market is searching based on aggregating content of Google, Bing, Amazon, and I think TikTok. I'm like, wow. And it's free. You get 3 free searches a day. And then that's what you have Chat GPT. And if you don't want to use Chat GPT to write your blog, you could use Gemini, you could use Claude. But why not use Chat GPT? You spent all the time customizing it. You might as well stay there. And because we have our handy dandy plugins, we'll be able to have it written for us. So I didn't tell you yet about our plugins, which are basically the prompts. Okay, let me show it to you. So there is a website. I'm going to drop it into the chat, even though Annie's going to send it to you. I know you want it right now. Okay. So AIPRM is for prompts. Remember, I told you I was going to give you 4,990 prompts, now 5,000 prompts. Well, this is for ChatGPT and also for Claude. There's a free version and there is a paid version, right? So solo plan and prices. I have this free, get 2 free months when buying for a year. I have been using it free and they have not ever asked me for an upgrade. It says that it's $20 per month, but I'm using the free version. See where it says install for free? So don't do it right now, but do it after we're done. That's your assignment, your income producing activity. But this is what it looks like. You can install it later. I want to teach you how it works so you can save yourself time. So say I want to write an article. I'm Sean and I do sales consulting and training, right? And I want to write the best article to rank on Google. So title for your article. Okay. So it's going to, with the prompt, already know what to do and how to do it. If you don't use AI PRM, you could customize it to your own prompting. Think of a prompt as a command. I command you to do this. So prompts basically are commands that are already preset. Just like I had my command, my prompt, write a SM post in these 4 steps. There are preloaded commands called prompts, and it just wrote this article. Ooh la la. Oh, I love it. And so what you could do is you could highlight it. They're still writing. This is a pretty good article. Wow, it's so comprehensive. And then what you could do, this is too many tips. I wouldn't have 7 tips in one article. I would have 3 and break it up. And then if you want more information, okay. So boom, boom, boom. So then it's like, say they wrote this. then you can go in and rewrite it. Or I would only do three. I would say three sales training tips for startups. And then I would edit the three that I like. And I might change some things to be more in alignment with my style if I'm Sean. And then at the end of the article, I could say, click here for the Calendly link to schedule a session with Sean to find out more and how I can serve your business. And not only could you put this article on your website, but you could also make it a blog on LinkedIn. Or you could have it as a newsletter and put only the first two paragraphs or the first tip and say, click here for more, and have them go to your blog to read the rest. Okay, so that's one example of AI PRM, right? And I don't have to do anything for AI PRM, it's installed. Look, write a complete book in one click on the SAD system. Anyway, so see where it says search? So if I wanted to search, oh, wow. They have so many great things like YouTube script creator. I love that. Mid-journey prompt generator, keyword strategy. But say there's something that you wanted that you didn't see here. And you say, I just want to do um, a podcast. Okay. So, podcast planner, create an interview. Oh my God. Perfect podcast name finder. Okay. So, topic and target audience. So, topic is mindset. Anything you can think of. Well-known podcast in the Latina to la Chicana Revolution, Latina leadership series. Quiero dinero. I love that one. The Mind Latinas in Business Supermamas. I know this person. Oh, so cool. So it's giving me well-known podcasts in the same niche to give me ideas, right? So your AI PRM is literally sitting here, and you could look just for copywriting, marketing, look at all these different things, activity, accounting, Firefly, all keywords, boom, boom, boom. Sort by top trending, and then GPT Turbo, GPT 4.0 by the model. Oh my goodness. Wow. And don't get overwhelmed with this. You don't have to use this. 5,027 prompts, right? So, and then if you want to look, see what they have, you can just scroll, and then 30 social media image suggestions with one click. Code generator. Try to pass AI detection tools test. Oh, this is cool. Rewrite entire content that passes AI tools detection test and give you highly optimized human written content. Okay, is everybody taking a breath right now? There's so much out there. I have to tell you something. Google, I know, my new client. Meta, my future new client. Every technology company has pivoted their focus on AI because AI is the future. AI is innovation. AI is where everything is going. And AI is really committed to helping you as the small business owner have an easier time. If you just have to take a little time and a little energy to learn to use it. And I can show you, but it's kind of like I'm showing you how to swim. But until you jump in the ocean, it's going to seem a little bit daunting, a little bit overwhelming. But what I suggest you do is start really small, and just use it for emails, or just use it for social media, or just use it for something simple. And then once you master that and you get more confident, you can go on. It's like driving. You don't start driving on the 405 freeway. You start in a parking lot, and then maybe you go on the street, and then maybe you go on the freeway. Or if you're like me, you just take the train. Right, Annie? Okay. Okay. Focus, 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 focus. Okay. Any questions before we go on? I'm going to teach you. So AI PRM, I highly suggest that you get it and check it out. And you can use it. I have never paid for it. It's been free the whole time I had it. I just saw $20. I don't know if they recently are going to charge a fee, but if you get 5,000 prompts, could it be worth it? Maybe, maybe not. There's a lot in there I had no idea that you could do, right? So Lake says she tried inputting longer content into ChatGPT to edit, but the response was you're over your word count. There's a lot more limitations on the free version. It's been over a year since I've had the free version. I only think I had the free version for a week and then I instantly upgraded. So I really don't know, but there is limitations and you don't get as much capacity as the paid version. But it's worth it for the upgrade. Okay, somebody's hands up. Who is raising their hand? Candace, do you want to put in the Q&A your question? Okay, Alyssa says, how information do you recommend feeding to ChatGPT to customize? Business hours, lead time for orders, or is that too much info? For me, that would be too much info, I think. I don't think that is as relevant as like your core values, the tone of your writing, the voice of your writing, your mission. You don't have to do that necessarily. In fact, if you have the paid version of ChatGPT, it will know that information. It will go to the website, find your business hours, and know. You won't even have to tell it. Crazy. All right. Okay, great question. So Ginny says, which social media platforms are you talking about when you say that they do not want links? Instagram and YouTube? No. In fact, Instagram and YouTube are very kind with links, especially YouTube. And let me tell you why. I say this in every webinar, but it's very important in case you haven't been on my previous webinars. So you have to understand the social media's role. So YouTube, why do you think they don't mind links? Because YouTube is owned by Google. And when you're clicking on a link, where are you going to? Google. So external links do not bother them. You're going to their ecosystem, right? But if you're on Facebook, Instagram, the metaverse, my future client, they're losing eyeballs that are giving them ad revenue when you leave. When you go to leave, they're going to even ask you, are you sure you want to leave? Don't you want to stay? Right? It's like us at Pasadena City College, and you're like, well, I'm going to go over to Santa Monica City College. Why? We've got everything at Pasadena City College. Why would you go to Santa Monica? You see the idea? Right? They want to keep you on their platform, but there are workarounds. That's why I'm going to show you the next app where you're not going to have to worry about links because you're going to have the links embedded in your video. Okay. Do we have till 3:30, Annie?
Yes, we do have till 3:30.
Okay, cool.
Yes, and then I think I know a couple people had asked about video or recording. So we are recording. So we'll try to get a recording to everyone who's attended, later on today. And also, I think Roya had asked about link to schedule an appointment with you. I am not able to put in our email in the chat for some reason, but we will be sending out a follow-up email. So just reply to that and I can help you schedule one-on-one later on.
Did you like your follow-up email that I made for you?
Yeah, I did. I was like, where
I'm
can
gonna
I
send it to you.
send it to me.
I'm gonna send it to you as a template, and then you can
Yes,
put it
it
in
looks
your
way
chat.
better than the one I have right now.
Isn't it good? Okay.
It is.
So anyway, so I'm about to train you in the next 8 minutes on probably the most fantastic AI tool that I've discovered. In fact, my mentor, so I'm a digital marketing strategist, but I have a mentor who's so next level with digital marketing, and she owns a digital marketing agency, and they are using this tool. I'm going to drop the tool into the chat. And it's not just for video editing, it's a teleprompter and video creation. Okay, so let's go to Veed. Okay, I'm going to show you. So the reason I love Veed is because as a busy person on the move, I know that we're supposed to do digital marketing content. And I, like you, have 3 businesses. And when you have 3 businesses, you need to have 3 social accounts. And having 3 social accounts is a lot of work to keep up. How can we do it faster and easier? with Veed. Okay. It still takes a little bit of time and energy and effort, but guess what? We have SAD, systemization, automation, and delegation. You're going to be able to delegate it. Cool. All right. So Veed is what digital marketing agencies that you would hire, and they would charge you 1,500, 2,000 minimum a month, and they would be using this tool. So you don't have to use this tool. You don't have to hire them. You could use the tool yourself, right? Okay. So let's see what we can do. All right. So if you already have a video and you want to just edit it, you could create a new project and edit your video. If you want to record a video, okay, you're Sean, the sales guy, right? And we need, and then you can decide, do you want to talk to the camera or do you want to do audio only? Just for my experience, when you talk to the camera or screen with camera, you get much more engagement than just audio or just screen or slides with the camera or just slides. Actually, I haven't tried slides with the camera, but anytime it's your video, your own face on the screen, you're going to get better. But you're going to be like, but what do I say? Right? Not to worry, right? Oh, scary. Okay, don't worry, there's filters. So ChatGPT. Okay, so say we were just working with Sean over here, and I want to say, can you create a 45-second sales script, talk to face to screen, and you could say face to screen or talk to video. If you ask for a script and you don't say talk to screen, it's going to give you a full script with like cinematography. It's going to be like the camera swoops in and the person walks by, the squirrel scampers in the distance. It'll like give you cinematography, which you do not need. So you could say, can you create a 45-second sales script face to screen to sell my new sales online training program to startups? So obviously I could give it a lot more information. Think of garbage in, garbage out, customization in, perfection out. So the more information, just think if you were giving a person directions and you just said, here's the address. But if you said, turn right at the Del Taco, when you see the billboard with the pink sign, go left, when, they're more likely to show up, right? So the more specific you are with your ChatGPT, the better results you're going to get out. Okay. So it's saying opening hook, 0 to 5 seconds. Oh, wow. That's interesting. It never did this before. Are you a startup founder? It's giving me the seconds and everything. Wow. And it's telling me to end with this. So check this out. Now I'm in Veed. Guess what Veed has? Veed has a teleprompter. Check this out. Has a teleprompter. Layouts. Hold on. Ooh, size. And by the way, it can make it square for YouTube, or it can make it for TikTok, or it can make it as a short, or, so you can adjust it. And you can adjust it before you tape it or after. Okay, so I'm just going to paste the script in here. And by the way, I got the script from ChatGPT, but did you know Veed will also attempt to write a script for you? So this is why I actually put a background on my wall. And I'm not centered right in it, but I could be. All right. So you can get centered, blah, blah, blah. And then check this out. So I could press record right here. I'm not going to. And then what it does with AI is it focuses your eyes so it shows that you're looking right at the camera. So are you a startup founder struggling to close deals and scale your revenue? You're not alone, but here's the good news. And then see how it went like a little slow and it did value proposition. So you would want to cut that out because you don't have time for that, blah, blah, blah. Because you don't need the opening hook because that made it slower. You want to be able to just read it. Boom, 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 boom. You don't need the the titles. It was just telling you what they did. And you're very impressed with that they did that and that they did the call to act. They labeled everything and broke it down into sections. Oh, we're not mad at them for that. See where it says timer? You could speed it up, or so that's the rabbit, or slow it down, the teleprompter, depending on how good you are, right? Are you a startup founder struggling to close deals and scale your revenue? If so, you're not alone. Our brand new startup has the tools, strategies that will give you the confidence to win in your sales processes, and you will never feel like you're being sold a day in your life. I'm going to give you lead generation tools that you're not going to waste your time on any budget. So if you're ready to transform and go to the next level, click for my breakthrough to success and join my course so that you can sell with confidence. I did it way too fast. So anyway, if it was good and I had recorded it, then you could go and edit it. And it's so easy to edit. When you're done with it, you're able to add. This was one I did at a different webinar that I was teaching that I think I might have actually even used. Hey, it's Deborah Deras. Are you? So it was this I did when I was teaching a class, and I just erased the background because I didn't like it. And as you can see, it added a filter. As you can see, it adds those beautiful text. And then you could speed it up, you could slow it down, you could add music, you could add B-roll. And then what you could do is you could embed it. I literally took these videos, which I have to do one today, and you can put it right onto your website. And you could use this for TikTok, you could use it for YouTube, you can use it for Instagram. So you essentially create one video and it could give you content on multiple platforms. And then you can just download it right here. I would not, listen to me, I would not share it from Veed directly to Facebook, Twitter, or LinkedIn. Even though it looks convenient and it looks easy, one thing I'm really always looking out for you, anytime you use a third party like Buffer, like Hootsuite, even Veed for sharing, the social media platforms don't like it because they make money off your eyeballs being on their platform. So you want to do your best to just download it and take the time to upload it. And then you'll get more engagement because you don't want to spend, you spent this 2 minutes doing this video, which would have taken you a long time. And now you don't want to not get sales. But some of you are saying, but Deborah, I don't want to be on camera. I hate being on camera. Well, guess what? They'll create an AI avatar video that will make you into Salma Hayek. No, I'm just kidding. So you can have different people. You can pick your avatar, and then you can pick your voice. You can even clone your voice. It's crazy. Create clips. Say you have, this is brand new. You have little clips. You can upload little clips or use their AI clips to make little TikToks. You could use a template. They already have templates. Look at this, templates that they already have that you could use. This is also $20 a month. They have a brand kit, so stick to your brand colors and your text. This is really cool. And by the way, Canva does this as well, but I like Veed better. So what kind of video do I want to create? I'm going to create a sales training video for my new online training program for small businesses. Okay. Generate video. So I just gave them, like, this is generative AI. You give them 5 words and then they create it. And they're saying, do you want portrait, landscape, or square? I think I would like landscape because I want to put this on my YouTube channel. The best way to sell, do I want Lily or Devon? I think I'm going to have Devon. And then you can pick your subtitle style. Oh my God, he's really going to do it. And then they already wrote a script for me. And you can edit the script. So see, and then I said, do I want this for small business owners, sales team, or entrepreneurs? And I could say entrepreneurs. No, I think you said small business owners. Do I want it professional, engaging, or inspirational? I'll say engaging. And then here's the script. And so based on this, now it's regenerating the script based on my target market. And now I can edit, and I can completely edit this and just paste something completely different. So I can edit it right here, type it. I can even have ChatGPT write it, rewrite it, and then paste it here. And then they will create the video for me. I've noticed a lot of, I'm a YouTuber, meaning I watch a lot of YouTube. I've seen a lot of AI videos that I was like, I didn't even know it was an AI video. I think I'm watching something on the top 5 superfoods and I'm all into it. I'm like, wait a minute, is this a robot talking to me? But hey, if it hooks people in. So Veed is your entire digital marketing team, right? For videos, for promos, for B-roll, for editing, for recording, for transcribing, for subtitles, for teleprompter, for this, for that, for this, for that. Okay, so we're out of time. It's making the video. It's going to be wonderful. You'll get to see it. I want to let you guys know while we're waiting for this wonderful video. I want to thank you for coming to this presentation, courtesy of Pasadena Small Business Development Center. You will be getting a follow-up email and a beautiful template that I've created for Annie. I'm going to give you the AI PRM. I'm going to give you the Veed. You already know about ChatGPT. Here's some action steps, okay? Because this was a lot of information, but what do you do with this, okay? If you have not already, sign up for the free ChatGPT. Just like Lake has said, it's limited. You have limited words, limited character, limited information. Eventually, you want to upgrade, okay? Next thing you want to do is make your ChatGPT private so it's not training off your data. How do you do that? Click on the little circle in the top right, click on data controls, the first button, click it off. It's automatically on, click it off. Boom, you're done. Next, you want to install your AI PRM prompts. We'll send you the link for that and practice using ChatGPT to write an email. And then check out Veed. I don't know if there's a trial for Veed, but there might be, right? But let me tell you, if you were to invest $20 with ChatGPT, if you were to invest $20 in Canva, $20 in Veed, that's still $60 a month to have like an entire team doing your copywriting, your graphic designing, your video editing, your video creation, your script writing, your this, your that. Amazing. So if you would like to learn more information about getting a one-on-one session with me so I can help you. I saw this payphone at a speaking gig I did. I was like, is this a payphone? I thought, wow, that's pretty awesome. It's at the Camarillo Library. You make sure that you're registered at pccsbdc.org. You can email sbdc@pasadena.edu. And by the way, if you like this webinar, let us know. If there's future webinars that you would like, that you want us to do, like just a Veed webinar, or just a Canva webinar, or just a blog webinar, or just a podcast webinar, anything that you desire, we always customize and curate the trainings we do based on your requests. So you can request what you want. Let's quickly go and see if Veed has finished, and then I'll let Annie say anything. She'll be sending you a follow-up email. You will get a recording, may not today. In fact, one of the things that Canva did was it summarized this whole presentation into a handy dandy document. So it took notes for you. So you have everything in a document that you can print out, share with your team. Isn't that nice that Canva did that? Are you ready to see the video? Okay, wait. So check it out. So I was just telling you that Canva put a handout together for you that you're going to get emailed. Annie might have emailed it to you. It summarized everything. Then what else? Veed made this video. Check out the video real quick.
Imagine transforming your small business into a sales powerhouse. Picture this. Every interaction with a customer is an opportunity.
Oh my God, his voice is it's too monotone. He's like speaking, it's like a sales training, and he's speaking in the most sad voice. So I would immediately fire him, and you can you can swap him out when it goes to audio. They have different voices, look, and different clones. Or if I were you, I would do a voiceover with your own voice, but he's and then they have music that you can add to it. But anyway, it's kind of cool that they have this B-roll.
In our new online training program, we dive deep into proven sales techniques.
That's bizarre. So he is not even a real person. But look, they created a whole video.
Specifically for small businesses like yours. You'll learn how to identify your ideal customer, craft compelling pitches, and close deals with confidence. You'll explore the art of building lasting relationships, turning one-time buyers into loyal advocates. With engaging modules and real-world scenarios, you'll gain practical skills that you can apply immediately.
So it's not perfect, but it's not bad. You could see how the B-roll you could use. And by the way, you can edit all of this. You don't like the key, you can remove the key. You don't like this text, you can change the text, right? See how you can edit this right there. Any little elements you can take out, you can switch out the B-roll, et cetera, et cetera. And I have to tell you, Veed has been the fastest, easiest tool. It can clean up your audio if you have background noises like dogs or cats or whatever. It could fix eye contact. It could remove your background. It could remove your ums and ahs and bad takes. It'll just clean it up, remove silences, etc. So I hope you've enjoyed this class as much as I've enjoyed sharing this information with you. It is my great pleasure to help small business owners to grow and scale with the SAD method: systemize, automate, and delegate. And who are we going to systemize, automate, and delegate to? Our assistant that we can call ChatGPT, Charlie, whatever you want to call it. Call it forth, make it yours, customize it so that it will work for you. Okay. And I'm here to help you. If you're a member of Pasadena Small Business Development Center, no cost, prepaid by your taxes, I can connect with you and help you one-on-one if you need it. Okay. Thank you. Oh my God, there's hearts. I've never seen a heart before. First time, Annie. I got a heart.
I know, I want to try doing that. Where can I do with these hearts? That's cool.
That is cool. It's like, reminds me of my Periscope days. I
Oh,
used
here, react. Let me
used
see
to
if
be
I
a
can do it.
speaker at Periscope and spoke at the Periscope conference. Okay, this is awesome. Thank you so much, everyone. Cool. Thanks, Brian. Appreciate it. I hope you guys, I packed it in. We got a lot of information, but you're going to get the
That was a lot.
recording. You're going to get the PowerPoint. Annie, I'm going to send you the template right now.
Okay, okay. Sounds good. And then we are probably going to get some requests for one-on-ones. So when you have a chance,
Oh
take a
yeah,
look
I'll
at
send
your
you my
calendar.
updated calendar link.
Yeah, yeah. Great. Thank you so much, Deborah.
Okay. Thanks, everyone.
Great turnout.
Ciao. Bye-bye.
Bye.